Yeah, buddy. What's happening, everybody? This is Chuck, yours truly, from the Coach's Corner on Whip Dogs Podcast. Now, I know it's been a minute since I put out a video, and, my brother gets busy, especially these shows that I've been doing, because this is my 27th year. I did say that I plan on retiring. There are a couple jobs in the wrestling world that I'm trying to get. So yeah, I've been a tad bit busy, but it's just a few things on my mind that I needed to address. And I promise that I'm gonna start getting content out each week. So whether you like it or you don't like it, you're going to hear it. So here it go. Now, I know everybody has, the whole Vince McMahon thing and, Triple H and Shawn Michaels and now Road Dogg. Those folks getting jobs and taking over and running things in the WWE, and that's all cool. And I'm not here to talk about that because that topic will be discussed with myself and the three other members of the Whip Dog Podcast at a date real soon. But what I wanted to share with you is I want to go, back, take a trip down memory lane. I need you guys to understand something for, like back how things were in the 90s. See, the wrestling business has always been a big man's business. See, when I first started training back in 1995, when smaller dudes would come into the gym trying to try out to start training, they would get tested. They would get tested. And some would stay, and others would leave immediately, but they would get tested. It wasn't something that was harder for a smaller man to get into the business. See, especially when you're small and you're light in the ass, meaning that you got no weight to you, you had no shot. So what took place is that you start getting these backyard wrestling events. People getting rings or making fake rings or putting a bunch of mattresses or doing whatever it is that they did to have backyard wrestling shows. And they would do crazy flips, crazy things to get that audience, to get that crowd going. Now, I'm not hating on what they did. They did what they did. But just don't try to get in the business and call yourself a real wrestler if you hadn't taken any legit training. So, as the time went on and it started becoming more popular, now you start getting guys, piece of shit ass guys, that, hey, if you throw me X amount of dollars, I'll vouch for you and say that you were trained. Or you would get a few that would actually get trained. But either way, they started out as backyarders. Now, as the time grew and independents started getting hotter and hotter, these backyard legends would get into independent scenes and do all the flips and do everything, and they became, popular, and people wanted to book them, and yada, yada, yada. And yeah, next thing you know, these fuckers try to get in mainstream, and everybody are all on them. Everybody thinks that the world of them, and not knowing, behind the scenes, nobody is really respecting them, the path that they chose, because they're back fucking yarders. It is what it is. So I'm going to say this, like in today's wrestling, you have a ton of backyard legends. All these small dudes, they got to do all these flips to try to get over to a crowd, and they're not really that good. Can't talk on a microphone, and if they do talk on a microphone, you rather watch paint dry than to listen to them talk on the microphone. No personality, no nothing. The only thing that they want to do is get in the ring and do 1,001 flips, 1,001 moves. It is what it is. Now, saying all of that, AEW got a whole lot of backyard legends in that organization, and it's a trip, because a lot of them are acting like spoiled ass babies. Meaning, they couldn't cut it in the WWE because they were too small. They get the opportunity because at the time, Vince liked bigger dudes. So they go to AEW, and their egos are talking mad out of control, and they feel that they supposed to have this time and supposed to have that time, and they should be doing this and they should be doing that. Like, back up. You're a backyard legend. Go back to the backyard if you're trying to, like, really, I'm going to tell you folks that AEW is being run like a large independent promotion that's being backed by a billionaire. And I said this once, I said it twice, and it's my third time saying it. And you can see, based on the recent events that have taken place backstage, that it is being ran by a large, being like a large independent. Everybody is out for themselves. They're only worried about themselves, getting themselves over. They're not worried about the bigger picture. That's what backyarders do. They worry about themselves. They whine like little bitches. Oh, this is not happening. I'm not doing this. No, that's what happens. You got a bunch of children. See, another thing, like this next topic that I'm about, I say that because I'm going into what I'm about to slide into is that, okay, so about a month and a half ago, Booker T made a comment about Adam Cole. Hey, injury. Maybe you need to go to the gym, add a couple pounds. You might be 160 at most. And Booker would know better than I would, because I would have gave the kid 180. But he lightened the ass. What happened? You had guys like Adam Page, Stevie himself, bumping his gums, saying disrespecting Booker, saying he was old and bitter. Because that he said that. You have Renee Paquin bumping her gums, saying, "Oh, Booker is body shaming," and then you had Eddie Kingston coming and doing a interview saying that Booker T about body shaming. Now, Adam Page is built just like, Adam Cole, and that's his boy, and he's trying to defend him. But you owe Booker T an apology, and you never see you just like every other coward on the internet. You'll talk trash publicly, say act like a big shot because you won't be in the president's presence of this man. So it's easy to run your mouth off. But you were wrong. But you disrespected a legend. You didn't give a public apology. Renee Paquin, you were definitely wrong. Nothing to do with you. Definitely wrong. But you didn't issue an apology. And then we get to Eddie Kingston. Like, I'm going to be honest. I've never heard a grown-ass man whine about somebody, oh, he's body shaming. Don't body shame. Huh? You're a grown fucking man. Come on. Like, Eddie Kingston, I didn't know who you were until I heard about you making that comment. And I did my research, and I went to go look at a couple of your matches. And I like your work, dude. But something has to stop. Because the situation with you and Sammy Guevara or Gargano, whatever the hell that kid's name is, because he's another lighting the ass dude with an ego out of this world. And dude, you a backyard legend. Take your ass back to the backyards, acting the way that you're acting. But Eddie Kingston, my man, like, you jump into about something that was none of your business about Adam Cole, talking about Booker T was body shaming. And then you feel some kind of way because Sammy called you fat, and I guess what they said, that you were like, hey, you can't call me that, and you try to pie face him. And like, look here. Let me explain, say this to you, young fella. You are who you are. You do nice work. If you don't want somebody calling you fat, if you don't want them calling you out of shape, if you don't want them looking at you some kind of way, then pull your thick neck ass back from the fucking table, do some cardio, do some sit-ups, do some kind of workout, take care of your diet, and change your fucking body. That's just facts. Do something. Or just own your shit. You do good work. Own how you look. If you're worried about what people are saying about your body, then man, look, be the fucking heel and say, hey, fuck y'all. Your girl like it. Your woman like it. Your mama like it. Say something. But you cannot be whining like a little baby back bitch anytime somebody say something about your weight. Come on, dude. Be better than that. Because you got a bunch of little skinny neck dudes walking their asses around there trying to, these little pretty boys, walking thinking that, oh, because they got a little shape when they only like 5'9", 5'10", $170. Any motherfucker can be in shape when they 5'9", 5'10", $170 if they doing a little bit of workout. You get this dude, Sammy Gargano, and you a clown. Because in the history of this business, I've never, ever, ever, ever heard anybody cut a promo talking about somebody's weight, unless they're talking about Playboy Buddy Rose. And if you don't know who Playboy Buddy Rose is, who come out obviously weighing 300 pounds and say that he was weighing in at a slim 200, that's his gimmick. People said that, but you never heard anybody try to attack somebody personally like that, not unless it was written into whatever their shit that they're doing. But that was some unprofessional shit, which leads me to say, like, hey, dude, Eddie Kingston should have blew your shit out. He should have just, too bad he didn't smile, just knock you right in your mouth. But then you want to get on there like, oh, if anybody body shames him, no, dude, no, like, you motherfuckers in AEW are acting like fucking whiny ass children. Whiny fucking children. Somebody in that organization, in that locker room, got to be an adult. Somebody has to be an adult. Because it's clearly the main dude's like, okay, I get Jericho is the ringleader there, but everybody else is just like, what it seems like is everybody is in business for themselves. Fuck what this stuff would happen with CM Punk regarding Adam Page. Everybody's in business for themselves. Everybody wants to make money in this business. So you motherfuckers are ready to climb all over and shit on each other any possible way you can there. And stuff don't get done. I mean, you got the ladies, what's Panda Rosa, Santa Rosa, or Mega Rosa, whatever her name is, hiding from this other girl. Like, hey, if you know you fucked up in the ring, you better be apologizing right away to somebody saying, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But if you plaster somebody, don't go hiding from your ass whooping. Man up to your shit. But if you made a mistake, say it's a mistake. But if you turn back around and do something to him, really, you go hide in the bathroom? Like, man, y'all acting like fucking children. And then you got your fans shook. You got them thinking like, no. And I'm going to say it. AEW, 90% of the people there are backyard legends. Y'all are backyarders. It is what it is. Now, it's no other way, because that's how you guys are acting. Being a fucking adult. I mean, one of the things, another things that I hear, like Moxley, like, look, that was one of the most boringest fucking wrestlers around. Like, dude, I'm 51 and I still got more talent in my body than okay, well, I'm not even gonna say, well, I am gonna say that. I still got more talent in my body than Moxley does. Like, horrible. And then, I don't get why Vince McMahon was always kissing his ass trying to pay him extreme top dollar. Out of the three, he was the least talented. Seth Rollins has out of the three Shield members, he was the least talented. Seth Rollins has the most personality and the most talented out of the three. Then is Roman. I mean, Roman, what he's doing is beautiful. But Dean Ambrose / Moxley, like, dude, it is like just be humble. Be humble on your shit. Get paid, collect your check, while you can, because, like, just do you. Just do you, but be humble. Be humble. And then back to this Eddie Kingston thing, so because young fella, I got to sit and say this again, man. You are getting paid I would assume it's a handsome check to be a professional wrestler, to be in sports entertainment. You cannot be out here whining and complaining that somebody is talking about how you look. If you can't handle that, then take your ass to the local Walgreens or anywhere that's hiring and go work 40 hours a week and see if you like that. Like, dude, you getting paid to do shit and be on TV that a lot of motherfuckers don't get that opportunity. Own your shit and how you look, or do better and go look better. Simple as that. Hey, folks, y'all can continue watching that Backyard Wrestling if you want to. Or, excuse me, the Backyard Legends if you want to. Not my cup of tea. But, man, it pisses me off because this is a business that I've been a part of 27 years that I love. I got a ton of stories, things to share that I'll eventually share with you folks. So I don't want anybody looking like, hey, who is he? What does he know? Oh, I know a lot of shit. Know a lot of shit. Know a lot of people. You know, I want this. AEW will never be another WWE. You know, Tony Khan, you need to get that shit out your head that, oh, if anybody from WWE tries to contact one of my wrestlers on the contract, like, dude, no, trust me. There's nobody there that they want. Maybe exceptional, a few people, maybe two, three. But nobody's there that they really want. So AEW would never be another WWE. It won't even be close. It won't even be a WCW. But I still would like for it to be run well, and would like for it to get on certain levels that where you will have give a lot of young men and young ladies an opportunity to get on TV, an opportunity to showcase their talents. And as long as you got these egotistical backyard legends at the top in that organization, you're going to have problems. Get your shit together, please.